Hello everybody, and welcome to this new episode of our podcast, Excipient Talk, brought to you by galenIQ. And today, my guest is Monica. Hello, Monica. How are you?
Michael, doing very well, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. So, Monica, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, sure. So as Michael mentioned, my name's Monica. I've been working here at Beneo since 2017. I'm working in marketing, so specifically market intelligence and consumer insights. We focus on what are consumers looking for in their food and beverage and supplements as well, what's going on in the global market, and also in the different regions as well. We look at kind of what's trending across different categories, and of course, how our Beneo ingredients can really meet those consumer needs and the current trends. I have a nutrition science background, actually. I studied in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, so I'm Canadian, but I'm based here in Germany.
Okay, thank you very much. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, Michael, I was thinking about that when you asked me to join your podcast, and I was thinking as we're nearing the end of 2025, looking into 2026, it's coming sooner than we can believe, I think, and wanted to kind of look at what are the key trends that are shaping the 2026, specifically today within supplements and maybe a little bit of functional nutrition as well. What are consumers considering when they're purchasing their supplements and products, and what should brands be looking for 2026 and beyond?
Okay, great. Sounds great. Let's dive into the questions then. So, what is actually driving the surge in supplement usage globally?
I think it's no surprise health and wellness really remains a top priority for consumers. Overall, 1 in 3 consumers globally use supplements to target specific nutritional needs that they may have. So, beyond general wellness, people are focusing on specific elements of health. For example, mood improvement and stress reduction, energy for both body and mind, for example, digestive health, I think, is a huge topic, as well as weight management, which I'll get into a little bit more during our discussion. But I think this shift means that this broad catch-all formulation is really losing favor while more targeted solutions are gaining traction. So tailored solutions that focus on a couple key benefits really resonate with consumers.
Okay, right. So, what are the biggest consumer expectations for supplements today?
Yeah, I think more and more it's the science-based benefits. So we know over 1 in 2 supplement users globally want clinically proven benefits. This gives consumers confidence when there's really science behind the benefits that they're purchasing. I think second, simplified science. So science can get quite
Yeah.
complicated. And so this clear messaging really helps consumers to understand what they're taking and also why. At the end of the day, that feel the benefit messaging resonates with the consumers. They want to feel the benefit that they're purchasing, of course, and in order also for repeat purchase. So for them to buy that product again, they do need to feel that benefit, but also believe in the products they're purchasing, which comes back to that science piece as well.
Right. And how are the supplement formats evolving?
Yeah, so consumers are really looking for convenience and taste. I think that's even more prevalent within younger consumers. But traditional tablets and capsules certainly are still leading, but new formats or different formats, let's say like powders, liquids, gummies, chewables, are growing fast. Gummies and functional beverages also are popular because they combine those science-based ingredients and with enjoyable formats, and this resonates more with younger generations, as I mentioned, but also certainly older generations as well, trying something new. For example, Beneo's ingredient galenIQ is a great sugar-free option, I think, but it also provides that great same taste that I mentioned consumers are really looking for.
Yeah, yeah. So, which health concerns are shaping the supplement innovation?
Yeah, I think digestive and gut health is certainly one of the biggest topics. Over 1 in 2 global supplement users link gut health to overall wellness. And consumers are really recognizing that good gut health means improved wellness in many areas of their physical health, but also their mental well-being. So I think this idea of the gut-brain axis, which
Mm,
I think a lot of consumers are now becoming more and more aware of, where the gut sends signals to the brain. This can have an impact, for example, on mood, on stress levels, on sleep, just to name a couple. That it's, yeah, a really big aspect. Not only that, a huge portion of our immune cells are located in our gut. Again, making it clear that the gut's really the center powerhouse for overall health. And I believe that's one of the reasons prebiotics are booming. We see an increase in 10% CAGR for prebiotic-based supplements globally. And for example, Beneo's chicory root fiber,
mm.
it's the only proven plant-based prebiotic fiber. This can help support consumers' overall health and well-being, and can be a great solution for powder-based supplements or for gummies, for example.
Okay.
I think the next big topic we're looking at is energy. So, again, over half of global consumers are looking for supplements to help boost their energy. I think in today's fast-paced life, we're certainly seeing a need for products that support that, whether it's students, working professionals. I know I'm always looking
Mm.
to get that little energy boost, especially midday.
Yeah.
Busy families, for example. So it's all energy is certainly an aspect I think we all look for, and ingredients that can support more balanced energy levels, for example, like palatinose, isomaltulose, another Beneo ingredient. It's a slow-release carbohydrate, providing that same energy as sugar, with a lot of additional benefits. A more slower release, meaning you're not getting that spike in your blood sugar levels. More of a balanced, steady effect. So that can have a lot of positive benefits for the body, in addition to that more balanced, longer energy. And I think that leads nicely into metabolic health, for example, which is certainly an area where also I could talk about this all day long, lots of different things, but certainly with the GLP-1 craze in the US, which we're seeing now expand globally, this idea of supporting metabolic health, it's not just for, for individuals who are suffering from obesity, diabetes, for example, some of these areas, they're looking at really having supported blood sugar levels for overall health as well. And so this idea of supporting metabolic health is certainly something we're going to see more and more of. And women's health, I think, is the last point I wanted to mention on this. So especially within the supplement space, we're seeing a growing number of women-targeted solutions,
Right.
menopause support, different hormonal stages, alongside things like bone health, etc. So that's an
Right.
area to certainly look for.
Okay, great. So it seems that Beneo has a lot of solutions for these trends. And
Certainly.
yeah, are there any emerging trends that brands should watch?
Yeah, I think I kind of touched on that a little bit
All
in
right.
my last thing, but I think this personalized target nutrition, for example, yeah, in beauty, I think a lot of, especially women, are looking for solutions that help with skin, for example. And there's more and
Right.
more science we're seeing on this, as I mentioned, gut-brain axis, but there's also a gut-skin axis. So how can
Yeah.
supporting your gut help to then also improve your skin health, for example. So I think that's certainly an area of personalization will continue to be relevant in 2026 and beyond. I think, as I mentioned, GLP-1, I'll call it GLP-1 synergy. So with weight loss drugs rising, we see supplements and also food and drink trying to support some of these pieces like satiety, muscle maintenance, blood sugar, as I mentioned. And so I think supplements can also really build up on the aspect of side effect management for these individuals using GLP-1 drugs, whatever stage they may be at. Things like GI issues are a concern for them, hydration, nutrient density. So things like increasing fiber is important because those using the GLP-1 drugs often, yeah, they're not getting enough to eat. Their appetite is suppressed, and so
Ah,
they're missing out on key nutrients. So fiber, for example, is a big piece. Protein as well.
Yeah.
At Beneo, we also have, as you know, our plant-based proteins like faba
Yes.
and rice protein. So certainly there's lots of different angles that supplements can look at to help support the needs of these consumers, but also those who aren't wanting to use GLP-1 drugs, who are focusing more on natural weight loss. There's certainly a lot of things you can target there as well. And I think the last piece of that emerging trends is, I'm going to call it functional layering. So combining benefits like gut health and mood, or energy and focus or concentration, for example. So really linking relevant benefits, it helps create differentiation and gets away from a one product fits all approach, but it allows consumers to feel they're really targeting their specific health concerns.
Okay. Thank you for that. So what's the biggest opportunity for supplement brands in 2026?
Yeah, Michael, I think really focusing on targeted functional benefits, clean labels, for example, and education. And that's also one thing I wanted to mention as well, that clean labels, natural ingredients, and transparency really matter to consumers. So seeing this in food and beverage, but also in supplements, is important. Consumers want products that fit their lifestyle and that taste good and deliver those proven benefits. So brands that really can simplify the science, embrace personalization, honing in on the benefits that consumers are really searching for, like gut health, immune health, stress reduction, energy, etc., will really lead the way, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, that's very interesting, and very interesting that you say consumers want the science, but they want to have it in a understandable, a consumable way. And I think this is one of the great challenges, let's say, or opportunities for us, because we have science in our company and we communicate it, and we try to communicate it in a way that's suitable for consumers. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then it's about, brands then also communicating that to their end consumer to explain. Often a simple explanation is all the consumer needs to then understand what it is that the product's offering.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where we
Well,
come in marketing.
yeah. So thank you very much for this insight today. That's very, very interesting and exciting, because
Certainly.
as a company, we see we have a lot of solutions which we can provide to meet these trends, which is very exciting and very encouraging. So once again, thank you very much for joining today, and it was a pleasure to speak to you.
Yeah, it was great. Happy to join anytime you'd like to chat.
Yeah, thank you. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. And we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Excipient Talk, brought to you by galenIQ. And until then, see you soon.
Thanks, Michael. Bye.
Bye.